Hi everyone, we are here today at Aerospace Bristol, where the last ever flown Concorde proudly sits behind me, which you are able to go on. Now this place, guys, we paid £20 per adult and the baby came free for today. And the best bit about it is if you come back within a year, that ticket is valid for a year. And I also paid £3 for Red Arrow's flight simulator. Now just to give you a bit of details, guys, this aircraft was the last ever flown Concorde, which departed London Heathrow and landed in Bristol here on November 26th, 2003. Now, where Aerospace is based, it was owned by the Bristol Airplane Company, where it designed airframes and aircraft engines. And prior to that was a privately owned airport known as Filton Airport, just to give you some information about this incredible place. So let's go and check all this place, all the history around this amazing piece of machinery, the Concorde. Very cool. I like that on the doors. Arrivals, departures. On the walls, as you go through, you've got some of the history of the place. Hitting it straight off, straight into the museum. So we've got things here about the first ever plane that was flown. Bristol Tramway and Carriage Co. The Wright brothers. Forces in flight. When an airplane takes off and flies, there are four main forces. Know all that due to me doing my pilot license. Take a look at these two absolute booties. Look at that. Can't get any closer, the area is blocked off. That is in pristine condition. So it's a World War I aircraft. First ever flight in this was 1916. Just look at the wingspan on that. Incredible. And then we've got another one right here. Again, immaculate, absolutely stunning. The Bristol Scout. And this first flight was the 1st of September 1914. Amazing.
Treated one, that
Yeah.
aeroplane wing is dipped in, and then this is the untreated one, so you've got to feel the difference. And then you can smell the dope.
So I've just walked over to this area and seen Tasha sniffing a paintbrush when I thought, what's going on by here? But basically, it'll give you a smell of something called dope. Now, just reading the sign, it used to make workers feel sick and dizzy. So the first would be to treat linen, and the second would be on an aircraft wing. So, I guess I'm smelling the dope, so they say. Just rub the brush on it. Whew. It's really strong. So it says to smell the brush to get an idea of what the dope smelled like. Not drugs, guys. Here we've got the very beautiful finished Jupiter engine. First run, June 1925. Look at that. Unreal bit of machinery. Got loads of plane models then as you're walking through the first part of the museum. So we've got
Flying cap.
leather flying cap and field service cap. Tasha's gone for the leather flying one. Let's have a look, Tash. Oh yes, get the jacket on. Let's get the full experience. Get it on. Which one are you going for? What? Put it on. She's not putting an all-in-one on. Oh, you spoil sport. Go on, get your legs in her. She is giving it a go. She's getting her all-in-one on. Can you get in? Are you okay? Pull. Pull it. You're taking the mick. She's got a leg in. Now we're making progress. So I pushed her and pushed her to try and put it on, and she said it didn't fit, and she's just struggled to get it off. So you've got all of the outfits. You're able to try them all on. We've got a children's one there, RFC uniform, and then we've got the adults RFC uniform, which we will try on in a moment. So she's trying the bigger one on now. You're determined to get that on, aren't you? Elijah's getting in the spirit in his little flying cap. Look at you. Very handsome. And there she is, all ready for flight. Looking good. There she is, posing in front of her plane. Are we ready, Captain? And then we've got the captain, Mammy, and little co-pilot, Elijah. Come on then, let's hop aboard. Here we go. Oh, fashion show. Weight on it. It's nice though. And now we're going for the hat, for the full experience. I think that one's broke. Isn't it? Why's it only got one side? How do I look? Nice? Come on board. More larger scale model planes here. Look at the size of that. That's huge. Looks awesome. The eye in the sky. So much history in here, really educational as well. A lot of children about, which I think is great, getting kids into aviation. We've got here Heroes of the Air, with like a little cinema sort of area with a projector.
Parts for aircraft engines.
And all the details on the wall from what you are about to watch.
Aircraft fabric. And 12 hours a day, so you will get tired, but you still need to look sharp. The work can be dangerous. Watch out for the drive belts on the lathes. They could throttle you or dislocate your arms.
Move the joysticks to start. Oh, angle of attack going up. Roll and rudder. A riveting challenge. Do you know what you have to do? So pick a riveting gun, select a level, touch the gun to reload pad and rivet the pattern displayed. No, I have no clue what you do. I don't think you know what you're doing, do you? Do you have a clue?
Yeah.
The museum continues on to Second World War. So the first thing you see is the Hercules Mk100 engine. Look how cleaned up that is. Just give you a side view of this, just to give you a look at the sheer size of it. All about the Second World War. Beautiful silver model there. On loan from Airbus, it says there. Pretty cool. An air raid siren Bit of a history wall showing you all the events that would have happened throughout the years. Got your showing you dispersal sites across Bristol during the war. So they're all located: Whitchurch Airport, tobacco warehouses. And here we've got the National Shadow factories. So they're all located. Pegasus Mark II engine. This is on loan from Rolls-Royce Heritage Trust. Seen better days, but massive piece of history. Bristol Centaurus engine. Once again, looks like brand new. Here we've got the Bristol Beaufighter nose section. Take a look at that. So this would have been the front part of the plane. So you can see exactly what that would have looked like. The Bristol Sycamore helicopter Type 171. Seats in the back there. Look at the size of this thing. Those propellers are huge, and just look how far back that goes, all the way down there. Here we've got the Brabazon Queen Mary of the Skies wheel. Look at the size of that, just massive. And then next to it then here, we've got the Proteus engine. So you can see how big the propeller is when you're next to it. And all the exposed engine. Just look at the work they've done on these just to bring them up. Looking brand new, absolutely stunning. Here we've got the Olympus 593 turbojet gas turbine engine. And look at that, the propellers and everything inside, all the fans, they actually move. Now, look at the depth on that. I'm standing really far back, so I'll give you a look in there now. A view of the front, what it looks like. And then I'm able to come around here and then show you the back of it then. Airline for the golden age of passenger flight. So an old Britannia plane, which you are able to go on. The Whispering Giant. A lot of you may remember Britannia from back a few years ago. So this one you are able to go up. Going to give you a little look. So this is what this old Britannia plane would have looked like. Huge door, very old fashioned. The seats, and then just giving you a little look into the cockpit. I can't go any further than this. Smells brand new in here. Smells like when you get a new leather sofa. And then the view over the museum. Bristol 403 car. Here we've got Bristol's first twin rotor helicopter. So this is the front of it. Just look how long this thing is. Look at the size of that. That's insane. And to think this was the first twin rotor helicopter all them years ago, and it being this big. Honestly, the video does not do it justice. It is monstrous. And here we've got a jet engine from the 1940s, and as it says on the wall behind, surprisingly powerful for a surprisingly small engine. Here we've got the Harrier jump jet used in the Falklands War and both of the Gulf Wars. Got the engine as well next to it from a Pegasus. The lights still working on the plane, still flickering away. If you love aviation and you're a bit of an av geek, then this is a great place to come. We're only in just the second part of the museum. We've still got a hell of a long way to go. On this part here, you're able to trace an aeroplane. So we're going to have a little go tracing the aeroplane, and then we'll see what it comes out like. Not bad at all. So the tracing paper is just for here, then you just loop it round, pull it down, and then loads of pencils on the side, so keeps the kids entertained. So here we've got wind tunnel works of art, what they would have worn in the Concorde, some huge models of Concorde, and they're telling you why wind tunnels would have been used in the very early days of flight, with a display video over there. Picture of Concorde, and then the types of wind models then that these are. Cometary research probe, absolutely huge bit of kit. And then we've got the Hubble Space Telescope. And then as we come down here, we're going into another part then. Here is a bit more on space. We've got the magnetospheric research satellite, the aerial satellite, and the Intel Sat 4. Here's a section on the Cold War. So you've got the launcher. Information on this side on the Cold War, exactly what happened. And some of the weapons that would have been used. Here you've got the continental shelf submersible. And here you've got the BAE 146, which was a short haul airliner, and you can see the fuselage of the inside, the exact size of it, the separation from top to bottom, and then the seats up there, what it would have been like, and then the luggage underneath. So here you've got a full motion flight simulator experience. Look at that, A320. Look at that, exactly as you would be on the real thing. You can see the screen in front there. Looks like it's just about to take off. And then all of the screens. Here you've got an Airbus A319 wing section. Just showing you exactly what that is like close up. So you can see all of the mechanical bits running in the background, all of the cables, exactly what goes into a wing. And there the wing moves as it would during flight. And you're able to do it by using the screen just for there. And then that will then do as you ask. Here you've got the Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 fan. Look at the size of it, and they've got it spinning. Unreal. Huge model of an Atlas Tactical airlifter. Here is the Red Arrows simulator, which I will be going on. It only costs £3 to get on there, which I think is brilliant. So we will have a look at that in a moment. There we've got the Red Arrows simulator in action.
Oh, and hopefully the door opens.
Hopefully. Thank you very much. So, we're inside the Red Arrows flight simulator, and I've got it all to myself. So the door should be closing any second. We may have one more coming on. Oh, I'm in it on my own. Bye. Red Arrows flight simulator to myself. Here we go. So I've been told I may have to hold on a little bit.
Welcome to the Red Arrows experience. Today you'll be flying with the world-famous aerobatic team during some of their most exciting manoeuvres. This is a dynamic simulation ride, so please remain seated at all times. Hold on to the grab rail in front of you and keep your arms and legs away from the doors. In the event of an emergency, there's a stop button above your head. Hold on tight.
Here we go.
Here we go.
The movement is very realistic as well. Feels like we are actually going through the air. It's very loud in here, so I'm in the back row so I can get a full view of the screen, and I've got the speakers either side of me in the simulator. It could probably hold around 10-12 people in here. I'm lucky enough that I've managed to get it on my own. And then this is how far away I am from the screen at the front. So we're now going up. Thank you very much. Fantastic.
You like that?
Oh yes, love it.
Well, now you've got the ticket.
Yeah.
You can go on again, can't
Oh, lovely.
All right.
Thank you very much.
So come back later on.
Here we've got the Eurofighter Typhoon Weapons Test Simulator. So just have a look in there. How realistic this is.
Many missiles all at once have targeted these two aircraft. The weapon system switches to the next two.
I'm not sure if you're able to go on this. There's no signs anywhere. I was only able to purchase the Red Arrow simulator. I think this is more for show. As you come out of the flight simulator, you can go straight in then to the cafe. So we're going to grab a refreshment. Lots of choice of sandwiches, drinks. You can even have a Wine? What's that for that? What is that? Is that water? Yeah, it is. Nice bottle. It says London on it. Got everything in here, haven't they? Crisps, ice cream. Are they bottles of wine? Oh, them cakes look so good. So here's the menu in the cafe. Wide selection of food and drink. You can have breakfast, lunch, desserts, toasties, kids menu. It is quite expensive for what it is, if I'm being honest, especially in regards to the drinks. Now, a can of Coke is £2.50, which is very expensive. However, great selection of food and drink. In the cafe, you've got a mini Red Arrows flight simulator for the babies. Amazing. Just as you come in the entrance at reception, you've got the gift shop. Loads of Concorde memorabilia. You've got cups, key rings, flasks, magnets. Got a lot of books on aircraft and Concorde. Really nice little necklaces and model aircraft. Really nice, that. Old British Airways Concorde. All model aircraft from different airlines. So you've got the Air France, the British Airways. Really cool. I love these. Got some models there, different aircraft. And larger ones here. So you've got the Red Arrows, you've got the Chinook helicopter, you've got the World War II Vickers Wellington. If you're into your space, you've got some stuff to do with space here, some teddy bears and rockets. Concorde construction set, so I'm assuming that's pretty much like Lego. A bit of everything for everyone in here. I absolutely love aircraft, so I could easily get carried away and spent an absolute fortune. Stunning picture. Then we got some clothing, so you've got scarves, hats, t-shirts, all based around Concorde. You've even got some little scarves here. Even got a local Bristol gin company. Looks awesome. I like that. I like that Concorde there. That looks unreal. What else we got?
Lager.
Hercules. Is that what it says? Hercules. The cider lager. Nice. Oh. Very nice. The engine collection. So Christmas time when you get me beers of the world, I'll have an engine collection. Thanks. Got the Aerospace mascots, the little fox, and then little Aerospace bears. Tea towels. Oh, even got coasters. And what's this? Is that a fridge magnet? Yeah, Aerospace magnet. What else we got here? What's this? Just a notebook, I think, and more magnets. So here you've got a demonstration of why wings create lift. So you can select the angle of attack, up and down. You can select the airspeed, and then you've got also the angle of attack here as well on the other wing. And then it comes up there, so you can hear the power of that roaring. One thing I've noticed as well with these old aircraft is they are cleaned very regular. Now, that's the second time today I've seen them being polished. Hence why they look so brand new. Tasha's now in the Red Arrows flight simulator. She got lucky as well, no one else in there with her, so you get the full experience. You're able to pick up one of these as you go around. There's opportunities to punch a card to get a stamp, but unfortunately we literally haven't found one of them that works yet, so we're unable to get any stamps apart from one, which I don't know if you can see. Ever so slightly it worked, so we're going to test the others now. We've been trying to punch a hole in it when they actually slide perfectly in. So punch. Hold up. Let's see. Anything? Hey! And there's a plane. So we know how to do it now. Let's go and get some stamps. We got a stamp? No? Nothing. And now we're going to Concorde. Let's go. So outside of this one, and I believe to a different hangar over there. Oh look, there's a kids' play area up there. What's in there? Ah, must be for schools. Yeah, you can use a bit of chalk on the floor if you want to colour in some hot air balloons. Something I just noticed but there is the park is in the shape of a plane outside. Really cool. You have the old tower right there when this was used as a private airport, Filton Airport. Here's one of the Concorde training aids. By here you can design your own balloon with Sky Sketcher. So, design your own hot air balloon. Let's... Oh, it doesn't work, this one. Let's try this one. Oh, this one doesn't work either. Looks like we won't be designing our own hot air balloon today, unfortunately. Yeah, seems to have frozen. Never mind. Here we've got a hot air balloon. These are the seats to Concorde. Just take a look at that. British Airways Concorde. This is the Concorde that made the last ever flight. So this Concorde made its last ever flight November 26, 2003, and it departed London Heathrow and landed in Bristol, where now it sits proudly here at Aerospace. I was unfortunate never to fly on Concorde, which I would have absolutely loved. But one thing I didn't know until today is how tall Concorde was. Now, I'm just going down now by the landing gear. And look how big it is. There's probably a few meters between me and the top.
Amazing technology for the time it was invented. This aeroplane was thought about in the 1950s, designed in the 60s, built in the 70s, and flown into the next century. It was a fantastic experience, and I was able to enjoy the benefit of going to a meeting in New York, first thing in the morning, taking off from the UK in the morning. To be able to carry 100 people at speeds faster than a speeding bullet is unique.
But during the course of the flight, we did have a wonderful meal, and we had an opportunity to relax a little bit, but it was a short flight in the sense that it was just under 3 hours. It was almost not quite enough time for the stewardesses to develop and deliver the food.
It was not...
I'm just now standing underneath Concorde. You can see the engines are lit up red to resemble the afterburners. And then just under Concorde, you've got a big seating area. Now, after looking online, you are able to hire this area for events, Christmas parties, anything if company related. I did see as well Bristol Rovers previously had a presentation even here at the end of their football season from what it looked like when I had a look on Aerospace Instagram page. Now, can you imagine being here in the pitch black and seeing that all lit up? Oh, amazing. Another little video on the side of the plane showing you exactly how that Rolls-Royce engine would work. And here is one of them.
The food was fantastic, it was beautiful, beautifully served, and
So, little photo opportunity here. There we go. No. Yeah, go on then, why not? Thank you. We're now upstairs and we're about to board the Concorde. There is a bit of a queue. It's not too bad though, so it shouldn't be too long, and then we are going to go through it then. And what do we have here? Oh! We're now in the Concorde Museum, showing you the things that you would have had on Concorde. Moet champagne by there. The plates and the cutlery that would have been used along with the uniforms of the cabin crew. Don't forget, Concorde was for the higher class. Very expensive to fly on. London to Washington in just over 3 hours. It's crazy to think all them years ago Concorde flew and we still have nothing that can even compare to the speed that this thing would travel at. Here we've got the seats, all the styling of inside the Concorde. Then we've got one of the Concorde pilots. And here is what the inside of the Concorde would have been like. So it's a simulator and it's now about to take off. Here we've got models of Concorde training test. And we've got the roof fatigue test specimen. Oh wow. That is a huge model of Concorde.
Road up here at
Yeah.
Filton. This one was the last one of the 10, and she was one of the 7 that went to service with British Airways. And they were all used to fly supersonically from Heathrow to New York to Washington, down to Miami, and so on. Twice the speed of sound, 1,350 miles per hour.
Crazy.
12 miles up, about 60,000 feet. You can do that crossing in 3 hours and 20 minutes, was the typical time. Okay. And coming back, because you're right up there, you've got the jet stream, giving you a little extra push.
Yeah.
2 hours and 50 minutes. Wow. Do that journey today, it'll take about 7.5 hours. Okay. Doing it in half the time, 50 years ago. Now, in 2003, Air France and British Airways took a decision to take them out of service for financial reasons,
Yeah.
okay, for economic reasons, I should say. It was becoming difficult to justify keeping her flying, cost of fuel, cost of that. because of the crash, they were all grounded for a year, no revenue.
Oh wow.
So that's why. So you're going to go in here, turn to your left, have a look down into the cockpit, turn around, you're going to come out that door there, forward passenger compartment of 40 seats, rear passenger compartment of 60 seats, 100 in total, all one class, Concorde class.
Amazing.
Now then, how much money have you got in your picture?
Can you remember?
All right, well, it would have cost you in today's money, 10,000.
Yeah, easy.
For a return ticket. Obviously, have you got that TV?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Oh, well, you better keep saving now. You need 10,000.
We are now getting on board the Concorde. So one thing I've noticed about Concorde, first time on here, it's really low down. So if you're about 6'2" maybe, you're going to be struggling. And then we're going down into the cockpit, really narrow as you're coming through. And just look at all the equipment in there. You would have had the engineer at the back keeping an eye on all the dials, making sure everything's functioning on the aircraft. And the pilot's up front with obviously another pilot on board who would have sat by there. We're now going through Concorde. Just found out in today's money you're looking at around £10,000 return. The screens at the front with the temperature and the miles per hour. Look at that. And very, very small windows on Concorde. We're just walking through now. And I don't know if you can gauge, but not that tall. You can easily touch it. Probably about 5-6 inches taller than me. And as we come up to the back of the plane there, you can see the bathrooms, what they would have been like on Concorde. And then just to give you a look back here, you can see obviously a lot more classier sort of service than today. You'd have the nice trolley going through, serving you champagne, teas, coffees, and a little display of what it would have looked like there. And then coming off Concorde, but you know, I can only imagine what it would have been like flying on this. Unfortunately never got to. And then out onto this view of that humongous wing. We've just finished an amazing morning and afternoon at Aerospace in Bristol. Now, if you want to come to the place and you love aviation, then this is probably the best museum I've done so far. We paid just under £20 per adult, £19.50, and you are also able to use that for a year. If you enjoyed the video, guys, hit the video here to check out Wales's largest museum, South Wales Aviation Museum, and don't forget to subscribe and drop a like and a comment, and I'll see you next time.